Okay, can I do a... I think it's medicine to, like, stabilize him.
Yeah,
Sure.
I could do that too. It's an entire place of holiness that could be doing it.
Uh, so those of you who are outside the temple, a couple of people are walking towards you with bows in their hands, going, "Hey, you! You follow this guy?
Nope.
That's good." All hail the immortal Mogi.
Uh,
What does Buttercup do? You guys still there?
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
waiting for Ben to answer.
Answer what?
You answer your question.
Answer what question?
So
What does he do whenever
two
a group of
followers,
people...
yeah, two followers of Mogi literally just said all hail Mogi.
Yes, yes. I already understand that they're doing that.
Okay.
Is it cowardice to not want to get shot in the head by running out?
No. I just wanted confirmation on what you were doing.
Yep. Are you gonna jump them or not? Is basically what he's asking.
If I'm not getting the... I don't want to worsen the chances that these guys get attacked before... I want to have a chance at letting the non-combatants get away and such things. So I shouldn't do anything that would cause the full assault on this
Okay.
temple any sooner, which would cause them to then suicide bomb.
Okay. Good enough. And they proceed to walk around the other side of the building and disappear from view.
All right, we need to get out of here. Let's go check out the arena outside of town and see if we can put an end to what's going on over there with the constructs.
I thought it was all constructs left the city.
I know. We're going to the arena that they're heading towards.
Yeah.
Which is outside the city.
So.
Okay.
What is... I just want to understand. Okay, so would you... I'm just trying to figure out a further plan than wait and see if they attack us and then blow up.
From your friends over there?
Yeah, a bit.
So they are actually... they weren't going to blow up the city for another week.
Okay.
Was Tyrannis down and the invasion canceled?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So that information has yet to filter out to people. So
right. I'm trying to be the filter a bit, going, okay, though I don't actually have any confirmation that was an aspect of Mogi, do I?
You do not.
So I just assume that there's another aspect of there's another thing here that could be doing it.
That is true.
Tony, could I make the argument on this for Ben? Because I don't think he's ever mentioned in this. Could his divine sense pick up Mogi? Since that's like
That's
their thing.
that's
like
actually a good. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay,
So
so
can I make the argument for Ben that he could use his divine sense to sense like
He could. Yeah,
Mogi's
he could try.
presence?
Yeah.
Write that down,
Alright.
Ben.
Okay.
What's the
Well, I
range on
can
divine
sense
sense?
just 30 feet and is blocked by walls and such.
Okay.
Did they update that? Let's see. And it probably still is similar, but they pretty much upped a lot of the other paladin's abilities besides smite. They got rid of Ben. They got rid of the wall blockage.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Yeah, and it's not 30 feet; it's 60 feet now,
Okay.
and lasts for 10 minutes.
Where's my divine... Did I never write divine sense onto my character sheet?
It's under level 3 channel divinity. They separated it from its own thing.
Okay. I was a little confused when I'm like reading here going, wait, that's what I remember, but where is it? Ah, there it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm just adding it to my divine sense. And can sense worshippers of Mogi. Yes, yes.
Yep, 10-minute bonus action, 10-minute. It lasts. Doesn't have any of the blockage anymore, which I always thought was kind of dumb because it made it pretty much worthless.
Okay. So you guys are gonna head straight out of the city at this point, then?
I mean, unless outside character, is this a place that we've been able to kind of tell this is a good place to shop? I feel like it's not, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, you pretty much get the sense. It's like if you want general martial weapons, it's a great place. Anything beyond that, not so much.
Like specialty weapons and like magical weapons and stuff
Yeah.
like that, not so much.
Yeah.
What about if we went to the Temple of Purphoros, since he's the god of the forge?
That might be the one place we might be able to find something there.
Yes, that is a true statement.
It's also on the way out.
Yeah.
On the way out?
At least if we go back the same way we came in.
That's the plan. We're going out that western gate and heading towards where the constructs were. See if the genocide ground of our people is still active and deal with that.
Okay. So you're going to step up and see what you can get at this temple, correct?
Yep, the Temple of the God of the Forge. Let's see what they got.
Purphoros.
Show us what you got. They're also probably less worried about being shot in the head.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I feel like they would build a contraption to avoid that. Tony, just out of curiosity, what was the intelligence of those people in that temple?
9.
Crayon.
Crayon?
Dull crayon.
A group of people who are devoted to processes that will lead to brain damage.
I was like, I feel like CTE scans might be beneficial for them. I was like, a funny feeling there. Of all the people that got stuck in the temple, Strategist was not one of them. That's another way to kind of look at it, Ben. There are gonna be strategists that follow Iros, so
It begins.
I'm just loving the blessings of the deep, which basically are just saying, yes, you are a trident.
do you want to be more Triton on your Triton? Yeah, I'm dropping this in general because I know Chris will like this, but I also think Hannah might like it.
Oh. Oh. That.
You found another version.
Yep, I like it.
That's physically fit. Oh, it's electronic version.
You're in the other room. You can't see me doing this.
What?
I'm also freezing.
I have to drop the volume of that.
I just saw something. What did I lose? What did I lose?
Okay, so they have quite a bit of stuff. What would you be interested in?
Huh, Tony? What would the sword fighter be interested in? Also armor.
Okay, so
Swords and armor.
swords and armor.
Yep. I have a funny feeling this is not going to be very friendly towards the druid.
No,
Well,
unless
you don't
it's
know
made
about
of
that.
natural materials.
Let's see. So we have +1 chainmail. We have gauntlets. There's some gloves. There's a warhammer.
Swords, gauntlets,
There's a longsword.
longsword,
Belts. Adamantine
what-
plate.
and my plate sounds good too.
Shield. Let's see. We have hammer of the artisan saint.
I mean, that might be useful for when I'm smithing, but not from when I'm fighting.
We have the molten crown. The mantle of living bronze,
Interesting.
which is actually a cloak.
I'm all interested. Ben's less interested because he's got a really good set piece going for himself.
Yeah, which was the set included my spear, the Asterion.
Well, I mean, remember you can have all three of those things attuned, and still attune another thing.
Yeah, which is my shield.
They do have an ingot of celestial bronze.
Yeah, I mean, interested in all of it. You could, if you want, you could drop it. Do you want to drop it in chat, or do you want to drop it on my DM?
Yeah, because I have 2 cloaks.
Okay.
Yeah. So we don't spend too much time shopping. I have a funny feeling I might be the main one doing this, but before I forget, ladies, to Hannah and to Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Go look at the loot list and go look at the magic caster stuff that is under 619.26. Only thing that me and Ben can use from that grouping is the Ring of the Deathless Scholar and Amulet of Grave Warding.
I mean, Veil of Uncertain Stars, I think, was already determined to be mine. I just have to, like...
I don't...
Honey, may
I
I
don't see
ask
veil.
that one of my
I
weapons
don't
gains
see
the returning
anything under
condition?
619.
Yes, the new trait you just received.
All right.
Yeah. What'd you say, Ben?
I
I
was
don't
asking
see
if one of
anything
my
under
oh,
619.
Chris, sorry.
Okay, you clicked on the loot list under handouts.
Yeah, there's a giant blank spot.
Yeah.
And then it goes to 5-8.
Refresh.
I did.
Refresh.
Yeah, no, it's it's much. Yeah, there's a giant spot there that's missing. Oh, it's
I know.
in white. It's white.
Yep, it's because I have dark vision. I have
Highlight
the
it.
night. Yeah,
Is it white?
yeah, because it was showing up black for yeah. I set my roll. I set my roll 20 for dark mode, so that's probably why it's white. It doesn't show up for y'all because yours is in white.
How do you change it to dark mode? Because I would love that.
Go to edit.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. Click the cog on the top right.
I'm
Accessibility.
editing it to not be black or red. I'll make it. No, red is
Dark
what we do.
mode. Okay, got it.
Click on it and it shows it right up.
Okay, that is a lot better. It's like it's a giant blank spot. What are you talking about? Okay. Tablet, ossuary, amulet of grove
Yeah.
warding.
Eric,
Yeah,
do you
I
get
didn't
the?
add a veil. I don't know what the veil is, Hannah.
the veil I think might have been one of the things that was like
Oh no,
individualized.
yeah, no, I didn't add any of the individual stuff. That
Yeah.
I left off to
I
up
just
to
was
y'all.
looking down my list in my document.
No,
and
I
was like,
updated.
I already have that.
Yeah, no, I updated loot list and organized it and brought all the stuff that it's like gems and stuff like that into one spot. Potions are still on another spot, and then other loot. Oh, I do need to edit. Are you editing right now, Ben?
Trying
There you
to
go, take it.
change yeah, that's what I was trying
That's a
to do.
good color, actually. I love that color. I like the green. I don't know about the rest of y'all.
Green works.
It's less harsh on my eyes.
Yeah, I'm just like I was like going. What is a color that would show both on black and white?
Yeah, I'm gonna. If you're done messing with it, I'm gonna move the potions over. So,
Mhm.
all right. Thank you, Ben. That made things a lot easier for everyone.
Yeah, I was in the process of trying to figure out what my magical items that I already had were.
I think I added your new item that we got.
I don't need this. Whoa.
Okay, where's your green color at? There it is. Nope, that was the wrong thing. Nope, that how do I de-highlight you? Wait a second. You know what?
You may have
Cancel.
chosen the background, not the foreground color.
Yeah, there we go. I just reversed it. Anyway,
Do I have the Veil of Uncertain Stars?
no,
Okay.
that's a warlock only.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. And it was in the middle of my Nyxborn abilities.
That I don't know why it was there. You good? You good, Tony?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Oh, oh Lord, have.
Yeah, make sure to read the details because you'll notice it's the list. There are things that are not available.
Lots of +1 weapons, +1 shield, +1 chainmail.
Where is this?
He's talking about a list I sent just to him
Oh, okay.
Okay.
because it's literally the entire contents of the temple. I think the only thing that might be outside of his thing that they have would be that one cloak.
And the cloak's okay. The mantle, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the mantle's good.
I have some sort of cloak already. Cloak of protection.
Yeah, it's probably equal.
Yeah, the cloak of protection is actually probably better, actually.
No.
I need to find the information about my magic weapons and stuff.
The specialty ones that he gave you are in your inventory.
Yeah, it says what they are, but not. It says cloak of protection, but I don't know what it does.
Oh, that's a different thing. We go to your thing real quick, and I'll let you know real quick, Tony, what I'm looking at. To
Okay.
get, I already can tell what I want.
I think
It's
whenever
easy.
you're
It's
in the
nice being just a plain melee sword fighter. All right. If your character sheet starts going weird, it's because it's me.
I know.
I haven't done it yet. I just started.
Okay, cloak of the
All right.
stars.
Okay. So wait. Okay. So you click on the star flock. Okay. Hover above it. Like, don't click on it. Just hover above it, and you'll see an eye appear to the right.
Huh.
Right here. You see what I'm doing? I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we hover over it. Next to this little box that would normally have the weight, there's an eye. That's where, yep. That's how you get all the information from it.
That is tiny.
I know, that's roll 20 though. And if you grab the scroll thing, you can like expand it. So it's not just a tiny little box.
I can't read that.
Did I expand for you when I did that?
It did, however, it's like 0.5.
So
There's
here
nothing I can do about that.
I can.
Well, you can.
Here.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
With your cursor on it, hold down the Windows key and press the plus key. And press it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Oh God, what did you do to me?
It's real simple. To get out of that, hold down that Windows key and press the minus key until your screen returns to normal.
Okay. You did the magnifier.
Also, if you need to, you can always make a separate document and like copy and paste it. But but that's everything's in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna just put it in treasure.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
But yeah, the blind guy knows the tricks on how to make stuff visible.
Yep. I was like, Tony knows this because he had to deal with it.
Yeah, I didn't actually tell you guys the latest from my doctor's appointment.
Yeah, only me, because I talked to you last night.
Right.
I'll be right
yeah.
back.
So my vision is now officially 20/40 in my right eye. And I see more stuff in my left eye than I have in 2 years.
Yay.
Not a lot more stuff, but I am seeing more stuff. Because essentially all I could see before was my hand if I held it about 12 inches from my face. And now I can see it with my arm fully extended. I can see light reflecting off my hand. So
Congratulations. It sounds like the procedure was a success.
yep. Now it's wait 6 months to a year to see how much of a success it will be. Because it's currently filled with silicone oil. 5,000 weight silicone oil.
I don't know if that sounds comfortable or uncomfortable.
Well, you know the like 10W20 motor oil?
WD-40?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, 10W20 light bulb. Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay, so 10W is 10 weight. This is
And then you have
5,000 weight. And that
So you
refers,
basically have a paste?
yeah, essentially, yes. But it's silicone.
Mm-hmm.
Or as my daughter calls it, the boo-bye.
Did you say the boo-bye?
Yes, the fake boo-bye. And the part that makes that even funnier is my retina surgeon's father happens to be a plastic surgeon. But yeah, they use silicone oil. Normally they use 1,000 weight oil, and that oil exerts pressure on the retina and forces the retina to lay flat. And that helps keep it attached and also prevents scar tissue from building on the retina.
So is basically all the fluid in your eye that, or is it now a blend?
All of the fluid in my eye is now the silicone oil. They remove all the normal viscous material from the eye. So, and then when they're done and they remove the silicone, they will fill it with a saline solution that your body will naturally replace with the natural fluid that occurs in your eye. The problem with the 5,000 weight is there's a potential for the eye pressure to go really high. And that's really bad because it will, if the pressure gets above like 25, you basically start experiencing headaches and other issues.
Mm-hmm.
So right now my pressure is 12, so I'm like right in the perfect range.
Hooray!
Yeah. And then in 6 months to a year, what they will do, depending on how much light I can detect in the eye, before they do surgery to put a lens in, they'll actually put in a contact lens on top of the eye that will work as a replacement for the original lens of the eye. And if I see better with that, then they'll consider actually doing the surgery to remove the oil and put a lens in, like they do for cataract surgery.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's all a waiting game. But right now, the retina's flat. It's nice and clean, but it has to heal up. Also, my iris, when the infection happened, the iris of my eye stuck to the pocket that normally holds the lens of your eye. So,
Oh.
yeah, so my iris stopped being able to dilate. So during this last surgery, they detached the iris from that packet and then they stretched the iris a bit. So now my eye dilates, not completely normal yet, but it does dilate now.
Mhm.
Where my wife was saying that eye, the iris had closed down to essentially a pinhole.
Ooh.
Yeah. And would not move. Where now, if you're looking at me, the eye looks like it's operating normally.
Yay.
Yay. All right.
Okay.
Well, it still hurts like somebody hit me in the face with a baseball, but I'll take it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you might be able to get you mentioned you might start driving as soon as your eyes get well enough.
Technically, with the 2040, I can go get my license now.
Nice.
So we're going to schedule an appointment next week to go to the optometrist and see how much more we can correct with glasses to give
Right.
me, the best vision I can get, and then schedule an appointment with the DMV so I can get my license back.
Good.
Yeah. So I'll be able to drive again, but not fly.
Can't fly a plane or a helicopter.
Can't ride in a plane.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
the pressurization.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it ruptured the
Yeah.
Oh
oil.
God.
So
Yeah.
that just sounds horrible. So yeah. So no more airplane ride. Train ride.
Yes.
You know how to find. You know how to get on trains, Tony.
Yeah, I'm not doing the hobo.
All right.
Oh,
Well, I'll tell you what I was interested in, and
Okay.
okay.
but we can um. But yeah, so I guess that after what the next question would be, what does the genocide arena look like?
Oh, once you guys get out of town?
Yeah, because we were told to get out of town in less than 12 hours. I'm like,
Yeah. So
You said a mantle, right?
So what now?
There was a mantle of something.
mantle of living bronze.
Okay.
Yeah. Your cloak is better than it, just to let you know.
I have a cloak
Cloak
of
of protection.
protection.
Yeah, it does. Your cloak does +1 AC and saving throws.
Resistance to damage type and may or reflecting its magical.
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. I finally have it to where I understand what the hell I'm wearing. How many attunement slots do we have?
6 right now.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
currently
Tony
using
does 3
4.
plus proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
actually, I think we're just going to get rid of the attunement slot rule altogether.
damn,
Oh,
Oh wow.
that's chaos. That's chaos, Tony.
Not
Or,
really.
is it, or are you just saying that because you trust us with it versus say like your other group?
Yeah, it's well. I mean, in reality, because when you add your slots plus your proficiency bonus, what does that give you when you're level 10 or 15?
Let's see. At level 10, that would be 7 items. At level 15, 8 items, and at level 17, I think that's 9 items.
Yeah, yeah. There's generally no physical way to wear like 8 or 9 items.
I mean, you can have a lot of rings.
Rings, armor, a
You
cloak,
can
some
only
glasses.
wear 2 rings at a time.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I have a few items that I do not have information for, which is Staff of the Silent Stag, Idol of the First Herd, Mantle of the Herd Mother, Shepherd Bell.
You remember that eye I told you to hit?
Where would that be under items? Oh, I see them now.
Yeah, like so you
I
hover
thought
over
they
the
were.
item and click. Yep, yep. It goes all the way up.
Goodness
So
gracious.
you hover over to the idol of the first herd, move over to the right, click that eye, it opens up.
Okay, even with these things are tiny. Oh geez, why 200%?
Because sometimes Tony had really, really bad sight.
Yeah, it only goes up by 100% at a time.
Okay.
Well,
So instead of
it's also
using
why.
the Windows key, try holding down the CTRL key or control key and do plus and minus.
Okay, that's zoom. Got it.
I'm being attacked by a cat.
Ha 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 ha.
Now, the one
Oh,
difference with the control key is there's no, like, with the Windows key, there's a stop on how much you can zoom out versus zoom in. The control key, there's not really a stop. So you can literally zoom out until all the text is nothing but dots.
Gotcha.
So
Okay, I have 2 crooks.
shepherd's crooks.
I have a constellation crook and I have a crook of the starry flock.
I guess you have to read and figure out which one you like better.
Yep. And then eventually you can sell one of them.
mm-hmm.
yep.
Oh, I have a few things I probably should have sold.
Ironically, I don't have a lot of stuff I can sell.
Well, I kept get like I would like be like, oh, I got new armor, and then I'd get more new armor.
I'm still wearing the same armor that I got made way back, like session 2 or 3.
Now I have like 2 sets of armor right now, and then if you guys bring up a third one, I'm like the one I'm currently wearing is already better than it.
Yeah, I actually haven't really started handing out the big stuff yet.
Yeah, and I think I'm assuming you saw that. I sent you the list, and I've already mentioned it. So
yeah.
And the genocide, so multitasking genocide too.
Yes. So yeah, approximately 12 hours after your vacate from the city, you start seeing streaks in the sky as a meteor storm begins to bombard the city.
Well, that's not horrifying. Does it look like the spell meteor swarm, or does it look like something else?
It looks like something else, much larger than the spell. But you actually you can roll perception checks for this.
You know what? Just because I have it.
Of course.
You get it when it counts. 20 perception from sure.
So Jor and Asina, you notice that apparently the meters are only striking certain areas of Akros. And one of the things you noticed on your way out of the city is that troops were being staged. And those are basically the areas of the city that are being bombarded. The devastation is swift, short, and relatively complete.
It kind of sounds like, yeah.
The armies of Akros are no more.
Alrighty.
Now, Buttercup,
Yes.
I'm going to let you roll the saving throw that determines whether or not the rest of the city survives.
Oh,
Right.
no.
Right. So, what role would you like?
Let's make it a wisdom roll.
From my wisdom?
Yes.
22.
Okay. So your fellow worshippers, in the chaos of everything, managed to not let any of the naphtha explode from the meteor strikes.
Ah, yes.
So the bulk of the civilian population survives.
Yay! All right.
Eric, did you see your price list?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Which time do we have?
And yeah, I'll let you know. Here pretty soon, I'll let you know which is which.
Sure. So I think we're basically going to call it there for tonight.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because the next aspect is going to be basically a nice long fight. And
Oh, no, we're just gonna put the constructs on them.
well,
If you can find them.
that's going to be the interesting conversation. Since it's a battle royale in the arena. I'm pretty sure I know what a fishman
Yeah.
is going to do. All right, and then for awareness, yeah. As all of you are aware, I have 4, I call them lunch and crawl campaigns. In Central Time, they start, the first one starts at 11 a.m., and then 12 noon, 1 p.m., and 2 p.m.
Damn.
If you guys ever want to join any of those, it's 5 days a week, 50 minutes per day, or a little over 4 hours per week.
I don't think I would be able to with my crazy scheduling.
Sure. And yeah, like I said, I'm just,
Yeah.
you guys are free to join if you want.
Yeah, thank you for the
awareness.
invite, though.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yeah,
for the
thank
invite,
you.
but yeah, I probably could get fired from my job.
Oh, sure. And
Because I'm
then,
not allowed to have recording devices out, like operating.
sure, I don't know if you leave your business for lunch or
I wish I could.
your laboratory.
Yep.
I only have 30 minutes, so
Yeah.
I barely have enough time to get food.
Wow. Yeah, that is tight.
Yeah. What time did you say? You said 11, 12, 1, and 2.
Yes.
Correct. Golden slot. About
Yeah. Some days I'll be able to do that, but not unfortunately not 5 days a week.
Yeah, like I said, that's fine. Yeah. And then depending on how these go in September, I'll probably do either a Tuesday, Thursday, or a Wednesday, Sunday afternoon game. Wednesday would essentially be 8 to midnight ish.
Dang, that's a late night game.
Yeah. Well, that's my time, Eastern time.
11
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And then Sunday, I may do Eastern time, like a 4 to 7 or 4 to 8 or 3 to 7, 4 to 8. I haven't decided yet.
Mhm.
So
That sounds
Just so,
exhausting.
yeah, it sounds like a lot. Tony,
mhm.
how does adamantine armor interact with the crit roll rules? Is that just negate them, or
Not entirely.
yeah? That
So
was my question on that.
yeah, essentially what happens is if a person can only crit on a 20, it negates that. If a
Mm-hmm.
person can crit on a 19 or 20, then they can technically only crit on a 20.
Mm-hmm.
If they can crit on 18, 19, 20, that means they can only crit on a 19 or 20.
Right. Because it was one of those where I was looking at it, I was like, okay, under normal circumstances, that it negates all critical hits, but with your additional rules, I
Yeah,
was wondering how that would work.
and that's how that works.
Yeah.
It saves you from 1 or 5% of crits.
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't say 5% of crits. It saves you from
All 95 and 90%, depending on the
yeah,
range.
right. Yeah.
It basically rearranges it from no chance of a crit, once again 5% chance of a crit, and then 10% a chance of a crit.
Right. Instead of 15%. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm like, is it worth
Oh,
spending that much money on adamantine?
so I have been rolling my perception and initiative wrong. I was supposed to have advantage.
Your
Shield.
initiative, yeah, your initiative is auto rolls with advantage. I set that up for you.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
perception.
perception.
The perceptions. I forgot that you could do. The shield gave you advantage,
Mm-hmm.
so I forgot to mention that. But it should be under the tab of like, it should be under advantages, what skills and like resistances and stuff like that you should have under advantages.
This is guidance.
Here, let me click on you. I closed yours off.
Global skill modifier, I'm assuming what you're talking about?
Okay, I'm on your. Do you see me scrolling around or no?
Nope.
All right, so you see where short rest, long rest is on your character sheet on the core.
Yeah.
We gotta keep scrolling down past all that stuff, and you'll see resistances, and then like at the top, and then advantages at the very bottom. I'll bump that up for you real quick. So 1 second.
Okay, yeah.
Let's put that at the top. I thought I had done that. There you go. There you go. At the top now, you have your advantages on the skills you have advantages on. There we go. I can talk.
I will need to refresh my page first, though. Okay. Which one was I on?
Nope,
Now you
that
messed
was
with me.
yeah, because I was back in my character sheet. And I clicked on yours again.
There we go. Now it's updated.
Okay, Ben and Hannah and/or Eric,
Yes,
what travel stuff do you have coming up?
none
Well,
right now.
Yeah, we do.
23rd
Through
through the
24th.
23rd through the 26th.
Yeah, I essentially am going to traveling from the 16th till the 26th. But
So,
yeah.
Yeah, he's asking about, I think this is about game availability right now, so
Yeah, I'm just checking the calendar. Yeah.
oh wait, I may
Yeah.
have misunderstood. I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
if Dad's moving me on the 11th, 12th, or the 18th, 19th.
I know I asked Mom because I was going to try and coincide flights with her. At least I didn't ask for the precise flight number. I was just like, when is it leaving? Because there's only so many different ones I can choose from if I know when you're leaving.
Right. I may have misremembered when I told you earlier, Tony. Sorry.
But
That's okay.
I don't know when you and Dad are leaving. I know that Mom's...
Now reviewing it, I'm going, wait, it's probably we're moving on the 18th and 19th.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know when you're leaving. I didn't think it was the 11th. But yeah.
So high probability, almost everybody is going to be out on the 24th. Sounds like.
Yes, there's a high probability of that.
Out of 4 of us.
Yeah.
3 out of us, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
3 out of 4 guaranteed, possibly the 4th.
So, but
yeah.
So next week should be good for everyone.
Yeah. Next week should be good.
Next week
should be good. Okay.
Yep. Chris, I don't know about Chris's work schedule on that day, but
Friday, I do not have work. I will be going to Pearland, I think in the afternoon, in order to go to my follow-up appointment with work comp.
All right, so but you should be good for the 10th.
And that is
then.
in the morning, so I should be fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. 17th is where we lose Hannah and Ben, possibly.
Okay.
Definitely Hannah.
I has a question.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So I have 3 versions of a staff/crook. How many do I use at a time? Do I just choose one of the 3 or what? Because I have a constellation crook, a crook of the starry flock, and a staff of the silent stag.
Yeah, generally you would need to pick one.
Okay.
And equip it, and then the other 2, like we were talking earlier, you would sell.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't know if I could like have one on my back and have it the benefits.
So you can, just like I was talking with Ben, if you attune to something, like his shield, but he didn't have the shield strapped to his arm, he would still gain the benefits of being attuned to it. He would just not gain the AC bonuses from it. So if the crook had like an attack bonus, but you weren't actively using it, you would not gain that attack bonus.
Okay, yeah, only one of the 3 has an attack bonus. The others just have like benefits, essentially.
Right.
Like one gives me an extra spirit totem, and then the other one gives me a celestial stag.
Okay. So in those particular cases, you would actually have to call those creatures. You would actually have to remove it from your back to call that creature.
Okay.
So some things you have to wield it for. Buffs, probably not so much. It's kind of what I'm understanding.
Yes, that is a correct statement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So an active effect.
Would it be a bonus action to switch the weapon?
There is a free action.
Yeah. Interact with object action.
Yeah, which is a free action,
Yeah.
but you can only do that once or twice, I believe, per round. But
It's once. Yeah.
yeah. A lot of ways people kind of get around it is basically they drop one weapon and then grab the other weapon. That's kind of how.
Right.
But if you're talking about stowing it and then pulling it out, there's certain feats for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If you don't mind your staff being on the ground, then
Yeah. I mean, you
I
could
could just have 2 walking sticks.
literally summon whatever creature you wanted, drop that staff, and then flip to the other staff and proceed. And your summoned creature would still summon.
And that wouldn't use my spell slot, huh?
Yep.
I think my keyboard is trying to go out.
And Eric, any additional expected leave in like August? Because usually in the third or fourth week of August, you're usually out again.
nope, nothing right now. No,
Okay.
we haven't been told. No family vacations or anything, right? That if anything's gonna happen, it will be like a standard issue weekend vacation type of thing. You know, nothing like how we went to Greece, basically.
Sure.
We don't have any big
And
vacations other than the end of
yeah,
July.
yeah. Also about to spend a lot of money on a car, so
Yeah.
road trip, baby.
And Ben, you're moving?
No?
Oh,
He was
I-
talking about possibly going on the trip with Hannah.
What?
Yeah, sorry, I've used the wrong words. Sorry.
no, it's okay. I thought maybe you were moving for like school or something.
No.
Okay.